Yeah, good evening all. లేట్గా వచ్చినా మేము లేటెస్ట్గా వస్తున్నాము, సో ప్లీజ్ అందరూ చెవులు మా వైపే ఉంచాలి. ఓకే, యాజ్ యూజువల్ స్వరూప గారు ఒప్పుకున్నారు టైమర్గా ఉండడానికి. ప్లీజ్ క్లాప్ ఫర్ హర్. షీస్ బీన్ డూయింగ్ ఇట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద మార్నింగ్. సో గైస్, when you are talking, please look at her also, as she will be your timer again. So we'll be starting with the first person, Nagavelli. Please.
స్వరూప గారు కొంచెం తప్పు క్వశ్చన్ పెట్టాలి. ఆ నవ్వుతూ స్మైల్ పెట్టాలంటే రావాలి కదా.
Yeah, it's very tough. Hello everyone, I'm Nagavelli. I'm a student counselor. Now it will run, sir? Is this only? Yes. So these are my qualifications. I did my graduation in psychology from Alagappa, Tamil Nadu, and I did my MS psychology from IGNOU Hyderabad, and first certificate courses English from School of Languages Ramakrishna Math, and diploma in computers from Aptech. So I did my internship in Sneha from Mano Jagrati organization. My profession as a student counselor. So what are the roles I play in the school? So the academic achievement of a student, I help every child, every student in my school in an academic achievement, academic planning and goal making, interpersonal skills, manage emotions and advocate student needs. My journey towards psychology. So before I worked in many organizations previously, so I have not mentioned in this PPT also, but regarding the psychology, I just want to tell you my journey towards psychology. And the incident happened almost 15 years back. I don't know anything about the psychology or anything about the counseling, but that time, almost 15 years back, one of my close friend's son had a bad experience with his roommates and affected. And I personally saw him. He got recovered from counseling. That made me to think about my career in psychology and counseling. He recovered only through counseling. So that made me to think about in the path of psychology. And what are the challenges I am facing as a student counselor? So there are many challenges for a student counselor, as you all know, but the most important challenge is the parents are not willing to accept the child condition. So that is a major problem, a major issue we are finding as a challenge, because still there is a social stigma that only complete mentally disabled students will go for the counseling. If a child is identified in an early stage, it will be very easy to come out from the situation. So that they cannot understand it, and they usually will say no for the counseling. So that is a big challenge for every counselor. And my emotional connection towards psychology. After the pandemic COVID-19, many families got affected, and it is really very unfortunate. And that also made me to think more to work on psychology. Being a psychologist, I feel myself as a better human being. That's it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I would like to call upon the next presenter, Akhila Dawat.
Is it audible? Yeah. Good evening, one and all. Welcome to First National Conference on Education and Employment in Psychology, 100 Plus Psych Area Path. I'm excited and grateful to share my journey. Next slide. Okay. I'm Akhila Rawat. I'm working as a psychological workshop and webinar coordinator for Manojagriti and Sudisha Counseling Center under Dr. Geeta Chella ma'am. I'm pursuing MSc Psychology from Ambedkar University, which offers distance education courses. Along with my post-graduation, I've also done a basic diploma in counseling skills and also done my internship from Manojagriti Institute and Sudisha Counseling Center under the guidance of Dr. Geeta Chella ma'am. Coming to my current profession, roles and responsibilities, I would tell like my role starts with admin. My role starts with admin. Then I will be coordinating with colleges and schools, and I will be inquiring about their requirement, and then designing the content and curriculum, preparing material for webinars and workshop outreach, looking out for technical requirement and implementing the event through team support. Finally, my role ends with report writer. Now, why I choose psychology? When pursuing MSc Biochemistry, I had a paper in psychology where I got interest in how human minds think and act. And when I was working as a admin counselor in a school, there was a child who has some mental health illness. He has mental health illness. Then I referred the parent to the psychologist. This motivated me to take up psychology as my career. Challenges. I don't think these are challenges. I feel like everything is learning. So I overcome my challenges with thinking that I'm in a learning state. Now, experiences. Becoming a psychological workshop and webinar coordinator has been deeply fulfilling journey. It's more than just managing logistics and designing. Thank you so much, and thank you Geeta ma'am for this opportunity.
Guys, I know you're exhausted with 10 more to go. Please appreciate my students. A little bit louder. Thank you so much. So I would like to call upon the next contestant, Radhika Kalyani.
Good evening, one and all. Good evening, Chairman. I am Radhika Kalyani, BKP. I am a community counsellor. I have done my BSc from Osmania University, BA from Osmania University, Master's degree of Psychology and Arts from Osmania University. I am my profession is, I am a BA faculty in MNR College. I used to work there. While I was, in my BA, I had a friend who was facing a lot of mental health issue. I think she was having a love affair, one-sided, and she was hallucinating. And all of a sudden, one day, she came to the college and gave a letter to one friend of mine, saying that today, if Ravi doesn't accept me, I'm going to suicide. That really created havoc in all of us. And then me, my principal, and Lakshmi Sarojana, she's a psychology faculty. She encouraged us. She encouraged me to help her out from the issue. That was the main motivation for me. And then all the professors who are on the slide have really motivated me and inspired me to go for psychology. In my community, what I do is, whenever there is an issue, they come to me, and I could stop one child marriage, counsel them, and then the girl is educated now and married happily. And like one couple, they were on the verge of divorce. To them I gave counseling on phone, and after 3 or 4 sessions, they are now happily living together. And in my community, I even helped out one woman who was exploited by a shopkeeper. I took him to the sheepies and I made him arrest over there. Okay, so these are the roles of a community psychologist. You can please go through this slide. What a community psychologist can do and how you can become a community psychologist are there in this particular slide. So as I have little time, sorry, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Radhika. The next presenter is Mrs. Vijay Lakshmi.
Namaste, I am Vijay Lakshmi. Right now I am working as coordinator for Diploma in Counseling Skills, Manojagriti. Before coming here, I had nearly 8.5 years of experience in National Institute of Nutrition as Research Associate and as Child Development Project Officer in Women and Child Welfare Department, where I have coordinated with different government departments, and I have achieved Best Shilpa Award within 2 years and also Best Team Leader in NIM. Later, after my marriage, before that I want to say, my father, he did his MA Psychology in 1966, but then I never had any interest towards psychology. After my marriage, I moved to Pune. I have resigned for my job. There I have joined as HR lead in Suyog Auto Private Limited. My key role there is key performance appraisal, where I will be assessing all the performance of the staff members. There I have observed few staff members often coming late to the office or frequently absenting from the duties. Then I had one-to-one discussion with them and found that they are having their own personal issues and other financial issues which they are unable to manage. Then with my human development and family studies background, I helped them and counseled them. But I am not satisfied because I lack counseling skills. Then I am searching to get good practical exposure in counseling skills. Then during COVID, I was introduced to Geeta Challa ma'am by one of my professors, who is my friend. Then after I have joined in the Manojagriti, one course motivated me to do another course, and finally I have completed my diploma in counseling skills. I am very much happy to complete that, but still there is gap. But because I am not having psychology degree, then in Apollo University Chittoor, they are offering clinical psychology regular course. Immediately I consulted Geeta Challa ma'am and also department head Dr. Bhaskar Naidu sir and clarified all my doubts, confirmed to join, and then discussed with my family members also, took their support, and completed my MSc Clinical Psychology with good grade. That is my achievement, recent achievement. 3 months back I have completed it. If my father, if he is alive, he might have felt proud and happy for my achievement. And now I aspire to help counselors, to mentor counselors and serve our country as good mental health professionals. This is my aspiration. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay Lakshmi. The next contestant is Vaishnavi Paripurna.
and all. My friends call me Pari and family and relatives call me Puri. Today, I took this platform and opportunity to call myself Paripurna. That's the beauty of psychology. I accepted my name finally. So, for that, I apologized to my inner child and then I went on to become a catalyst to connect parent and child emotionally. I am a certified NLP master practitioner and then I did my master's in psychology and I'm also certified for managing psychosocial issues in patients of palliative care. Before all this, I am a proud mother of 2 children and an executive director at my own firm, Vaishnavi Microbial. I strongly promote first aid and CPR campaign because I believe learning CPR and first aid is one way of caring for our own people. And I'm a volunteer for Sparsh Hospice, which is located in Anantharamgura. I conduct few awareness programs about palliative care in couple of government schools. I believe having a respectable end of life care is fair enough. And when I'm editing couple of books for a friend of mine, I was appreciating his work. He said, you have passion for this. It's like appreciating literary work is not it's not everyone's cup of tea, so you should pursue a passion. You know what happens when you write? You're throwing seeds in all directions. You never know who is going to water it and what kind of fruit it's going to yield for the next generations. One message, good communication ends lots of bad things and bad communication ends lots of good things. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Pari. Next, I would like to call upon Vaishnavi Krishna.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Vaishnavi Krishna and I'm really excited to share my journey as a co-counselor to a senior therapist. So, I am currently pursuing my master's in psychology from IGNOU. So I'm working as a co-counselor to a senior therapist under Geeta Chadha ma'am, and my roles and responsibilities include client support and follow-up, and taking intake sessions, gathering basic information from the client, and assisting in training and workshops, and also assisting in planning therapeutic interventions. So, the reason why I choose psychology is while growing up, I've always noticed that in everyday life, people often don't really listen to one another. Many are quick to offer advice, but rarely take the time to truly understand what someone is going through. So I wanted to create that space for others where they could express themselves without judgment and feel understood. So psychology seemed like the perfect field to not only listen but also help people work through their struggles in a meaningful way. So after this, I had a very good family support, but yes, managing academics and practice was a little challenging, and I overcame by managing it effectively. So my experience is, working in psychology feel like there is nothing more rewarding than seeing someone transform through counseling. So each session gives me sense of purpose, and I love being a part of the healing process. So the greatest gift you can give someone is the space to be heard and see. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. Next, I would like to call upon V. Suguna Sudha.
Greetings to everyone, to all the dignitaries, friends and my dear participants. I am here, V. Sudha, and I am working as a behavioral counselor in the Archives International School. I have done my PG, first PG in the MCA, Master of Computer Applications, and I worked as a computer faculty for more than 12 years. After 12 years, again I joined in one MA Psychology course at IGNOU. An MA Psychology course at IGNOU. In the part of MA Psychology course, I joined at Sudisha Counseling Center for completing my internship. And there itself I completed my next positive parenting course and also in diploma in basic counseling skills. After that, I joined in Advanced Cognitive Behavior Therapy course at ICS. Then in this process, after the same time, I started sessions at Sudisha Counseling Centers, and in the same time I completed my all the courses. After that, I started sessions in Mitra, Sheetings, and in Telangana 33 districts webinars. These all helped me to strengthen my career in my profession. As for along this, and few people motivated me in my life. When I am completely in my depression state, one of my colleague helped me to meet one person. He's one more astral psychologist. I met him, and he helped me to come out from the problem which I am facing. And after that, again I joined in the 2019 this MA Psychology, so which helped me to inspire this course. To do this course. So at the same time when I joined here, after that one more time again one more COVID break came. In this COVID break again we are confused where to do our internships. At the same time ma'am started online internships, so she helped us to move in our career in the forward direction. So in the same way, so these two psychologists are the major, given more impact on my career, personal life and career life also. So as the behavioral counselor, the major roles what I am doing in this school is motivating the children, include imposing the positive behaviors, and we are working with the whatever the hard people who are getting more challenging behaviors. We are guiding the parents, teachers, how to deal with the students who are facing some challenging behaviors. So apart from that, stress and any other addictions also we are dealing with the students. So the challenges always which I am facing is always extrinsic challenges I can modify and alter based on the situations, but intrinsic challenges we have to face, that I have faced along what Mami said to me. Apart from that, I say, according to the guidance of Teacher Channa ma'am, we faced all those challenges, and thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
చెప్పండి ఇంకొంచెం గట్టిగా కొట్టండి ప్లీజ్. మనందరినీ చెప్తున్నాను కొట్టేంత వరకు. థ్యాంక్ యూ. సో ద నెక్స్ట్ కంటెస్టెంట్ స్వాతినా.
Once again, hello everyone. I greeted you in the morning and now I am greeting you again in the evening. So, I am Mrs. Fatima Shashi. I hold a double master's in English and psychology. Presently, I am working with Bharati Vidya Bhavan's Vivekananda College, Saini-Puri. But along with that, I am also an internship coordinator at Sudisha, where I help the students with various skills like early interventions, case studies, and various skill sets. But then all this started when I became a lecturer, right? So there as a lecturer, I have to facilitate my students, mentor them, guide them, support them, not only academically but also emotionally. And as we know nowadays, where students don't get support from their parents, this generation, they have a major complaint that the parents don't understand us. So working in a college, it becomes very easy for me because students very quickly approach us with their personal problems. So that is when I realized that I guide them, they come to me, but then it was not structured. So I wanted to do something concrete so that I can do it. So as a lecturer, I am a 22 years old experienced teacher come lecturer. But when it comes to counseling psychology, I am a toddler yet. So I am just 2 years old in psychology. But then I feel it's just a journey. I am starting with my baby foot. But then I am going to grow taller and stronger. And I am very sure about it. So now, when I think about what inspired me to get into this journey, there are two people. So first thing when Dr. Vasudharani ma'am was speaking and she was saying that I talk to my B.Ed students and tell them that they should do something very concrete with child psychology. So back then when I was doing my B.Ed, we had our principal, Dr. Bhuvaneshwari in Vijayawada. So she used to come and often meet us and she made a statement. The statement was every human, irrespective of their gender, profession or personal roles that they play in their life should learn psychology to make this world a better place. And that was somewhere in my head always. And then the people around me always found me very approachable. They found me good listener. They found a patient listener in me. And that was when the seed was sown. Right? When my people around me, they recognize me as a person who can give them comfort. Then my inspiration, Bhuvaneshwari ma'am and of course Geeta Challa ma'am who has mentored me, guided me and made me realize my own skill sets. So these two people are my inspirations who helped the seed of psychology to sprout. And at present, I'm obviously who lives a life without challenge? A life without challenge is no life, I believe. So I also had challenges, personal, family, education, profession, everything handling together is not an easy task. But then I feel, as far as I've made my mark, I'm successful. So, as I said, I'm a 2-year-old toddler in this field and I have just started. I have started my freelancing, freelance counseling sessions too. And I'm trying to make my impact in the society in my small way. And what it gives me, first it has made me a happy me, a confident me, a healer me, and it has made me believe in myself and serve the society lifelong and spread positivity around. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Prathina. Next, I would like to call upon Radha Rani.
Good evening, one and all. My name is Radha Rani. I am working as a psychologist at Barossa, Hyderabad Center. I completed my PG in psychology from Andhra University and counseling and psychotherapy from Colombo University. Then diploma in guidance and counseling from Sri Venkateshwara University. Then I started as working as a junior psychologist in Prashanti Counseling Center. At present, I am working as a psychologist at Barossa, which is a support center for women and children. Here, my basic responsibility is that I deal with the basically sexual abuse cases. Children and as well as women. See here in part of counseling, I look into I deal with the counseling sessions for the children, adolescents, teen and parenting counseling and family counseling. Apart from this, we give lot of awareness programs in the community, schools and in the colleges to prevent the sexual abuse cases. And also we give the training to the school teachers so that they identify the sexual abuse cases in the children to report them. The motivation to pursue psychology is usually from childhood I used to observe the people emotions and their behavior, what is the between them, why the behavior is so. So I used to read the articles in the newspaper by Padmaja madam and Dr. Niranjan sir. So slowly my mind inclined to do the psychology. These are my inspirations. And gradually Radhika Acharya and Padmaja madam, Pattabhiram sir, Geeta Chandra madam also. Then the challenges in this journey is obstacles, whatever the obstacles I face in the clients and in other any issues in the family, I used to have the balance in the profession and family. Whatever I get the obstacles in the dealing with the risky behavior clients or any traumatic children, I have lot of supports my senior psychologist. But one basic obstacle still I am facing, everybody is facing, I feel so, that is still there is a stigma about psychology because people think that going to approach a psychologist, taking a counseling is only for mad people. So the stigma is there. I think we have to, as a team, we have to remove that. I think in that part, Geeta Chandra madam is doing a great job to make the more psychologists in the society. And I got lot of support from my family and my friends and the senior officers from the current profession. And the emotional connection in this psychology is, basically it made me more compassionate towards the human nature, human beings, and it gave me to maintain the meaningful relationships. And it's a key to the mind. So every solution is there, for every problem there is a solution is there. And it's made me to see the more issues in the society and resolve them. And I think this is a way to personal fulfillment and compassion to each and everybody. So I think my life is fulfilled by becoming a psychologist. And thank you one and all. And I feel that gratitude is everything to change anything. So we have to have the gratitude whatever we are having. Thank you for giving this opportunity to Geeta Chandra madam, and thank you for listening patiently. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Radha. Next, I would like to call upon Mumtaz.
गुड इवनिंग ऑल, मेरा नाम मुमताज़ फातिमा है। तो जहाँ तक मेरे एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन के ताल्लुक से है, मैं बताना चाहूँगी कि मैंने एमएससी साइकोलॉजी किया है डॉक्टर बी आर अम्बेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी से। फिर मैंने वहीं से पीजी डिप्लोमा इन वुमेन स्टडीज़ किया है और साथ में बीएड भी किया है। जहाँ तक मेरे करंट प्रोफेशन के बारे में है, मैं अभी एक मशहूर एनजीओ में एज ए फैमिली काउंसलर काम कर रही हूँ। मेरी जर्नी शुरू हुई थी 1991 से, जहाँ मैंने पहले तो स्कूल के टीचर के तौर पर मैंने अपना काम शुरू किया। फिर मेरी मैरिज हो गई, उसके बाद मैंने अपना ग्रेजुएशन कंप्लीट किया। मैरिज के बाद फिर मैंने एमए उर्दू कंप्लीट किया। फिर मैंने यूजीसी नेट क्वालिफाई किया। तो उसके बाद मुझे वही दौरान में मैंने अपना एक छोटा सा स्कूल लगाया था, जहाँ पर मैंने 5 साल तक उस स्कूल में काम किया और इस्टेब्लिश करके मैं उसे चलाती रही। लेकिन 2005 में क्योंकि मैं यूजीसी नेट क्वालिफाइड थी, तो मुझे यूनिवर्सिटी मौलाना आज़ाद नेशनल उर्दू यूनिवर्सिटी के सेंटर फॉर विमेन स्टडीज़ पे एज ए जेआरएफ मेरा अपॉइंटमेंट हुआ इन सेंटर फॉर विमेन स्टडीज़, जहाँ पर मुझे विमेन से रिलेटेड काम करने का मौका मिला, विमेन एम्पावरमेंट, विमेन इश्यूज़ वगैरह पर। तो आफ्टर 10 मंथ्स से ही मुझे एज ए असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर ले लिया गया कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल बेसिस पर। तो उसके बाद वहाँ पर मैंने 2012 तक काम किया। तो जब मैं विमेन स्टडीज़ के रिसर्च सेंटर में जब काम कर रही थी, तो मुझे औरत के बारे में, यानी औरत के जो मसाइल है उसके बारे में बहुत ही करीब से देखने का मौका मिला। लेकिन वहाँ पर एक ये हुआ कि मेरा पोस्ट कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल था, तो मुझ पर मेरे घर से बहुत प्रेशर पड़ रहा था कि तुम्हारा पोस्ट परमानेंट करवाओ, लेकिन वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं था। तो वहाँ से मुझ पर दबाव शुरू हो गया। तो यह जैसे ही उसके बाद वो यूजीसी का वो प्रोजेक्ट था, वो प्रोजेक्ट खत्म हो गया। खत्म होते ही मेरी नौकरी भी चली गई। तो वहाँ से मुझ पर डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस मैंने बहुत सारा फेस किया कि मेरी जो रेपुटेशन थी, जो सब मेरा इज्जत चली गई, मेरी मतलब जो रेस्पेक्ट था, रुतबा था, सब चीज़ें चली गई। अब मुझे एक ऐसा देखने लगा जैसे मैं कुछ भी नहीं हूँ, एक बाजू रखी हुई एक इंसान, यानी कुछ भी नहीं था मेरा, जैसे मेरी पोस्ट चली गई थी। तो साथ में मैंने देखा कि मेरे हस्बैंड के साथ साथ मेरे बच्चे भी मेरे साथ वैसे ही कर रहे हैं। जबकि मैं 8 इयर्स मैंने विमेंस स्टडीज से काम किया, तब वो मुझे एकदम ऐसे शॉक से लगा और मैं 2 साल तक डिप्रेशन में चली गई। 2 साल मैंने एंटी डिप्रेसेंट मेडिसिन पे थी। फिर उसके बाद मैंने बाउंस बैक किया कि मैंने एक एनजीओ ज्वाइन किया। एनजीओ ज्वाइन करके फिर मैंने वहाँ पर एज ए वीमेन एम्पावरमेंट सेल था, वहाँ पर कोऑर्डिनेटर के तौर पर मैंने काम किया। फिर वहाँ से मेरी जर्नी फिर से शुरू हो गई। फिर मैंने 2 साल एक बहुत बड़ा एनजीओ है जहाँ पर यूएनएचसीआर का प्रोजेक्ट है, रेफ्यूजीज के साथ, रोहिंग्या रेफ्यूजीज के साथ मैंने काम किया वीमेन एम्पावरमेंट पर। तो उसके बाद मैंने धीरे धीरे मैं अब तक भी यहीं पर काम कर रही हूँ। लेकिन जब मैं एनजीओ में काम कर रही थी तो तब मुझे लग रहा था कि ये वायलेंस तो हो रहा है, हम बोल रहे हैं कि वुमेन पर वायलेंस हो रहा है, लेकिन वायलेंस क्यों हो रहा है, इसका रीजन क्या है। हम लोग जो हमको पढ़ाया जाता है वुमेन स्टडीज में कि पैट्रियार्कल है, सोसाइटी ऐसी है, ये सब मेल डोमिनेटेड सोसाइटी, लेकिन मुझे लगता था कि कुछ और भी है। तो तब मैंने फिर मुझे मेरे एक फ्रेंड ने बताया कि नहीं, इसके पीछे भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती है। तो बहुत सारे बुक्स, प्रोफेसर रेखा पांडे, प्रोफेसर रेहाना मैडम, ये सब लोगों ने कहा कि नहीं, अगर तुमको डीप पढ़ना हो तो साइकोलॉजी पढ़िए, तो तब पता चलेगा। तो तब मैंने साइकोलॉजी की तरफ रुक किया। और जब साइकोलॉजी कर रही थी तो मुझे इंटर्नशिप के लिए मेरी एक वन ऑफ द फ्रेंड है जो यही माइनो जागृति की स्टूडेंट भी है, उसने बोला कि नहीं, गीता चल्ला मैडम के पास आ जाओ, आपको पूरी साइकोलॉजी के। तो इंटर्नशिप मैंने गीता चल्ला मैडम के साथ किया। उसके बाद मैंने सहायक कोर्स ज्वाइन किया, फिर मैंने स्फूर्ति कोर्स किया। एक के बाद जो भी कोर्स आते गया मैं करते गई। अब मैं फैमिली काउंसलिंग कर रही हूँ और फैमिली के साथ बहुत ही जो भी कपल काउंसलिंग होती है, वो सारी चीज़ें, लोगों को कैसा एक हेल्दी फैमिली बनाने में कैसा मदद करना, ये सारी चीज़ें मैं बहुत ही अच्छे से कर पाई। क्योंकि ये कोर्स करने के बाद मेरे स्किल्स बहुत ही अच्छा निखर गए और मैं एक सोसाइटी में फिर से जो खोया हुआ मेरा मुकाम था, वो मैं फिर से अपने आप को भी मैंने अपने आप को सेल्फ डिस्कवर किया। फिर लोगों, मेरे साथ के जो बहनें हैं, उनको भी मैं वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट के पाथ पर आगे बढ़ा रही हूँ। थैंक यू मैडम, थैंक यू गीता चल्ला मैडम।
धन्यवाद। Okay, now next I would like to call upon Swati Amireddy.
Good evening everyone. Myself Swati Amireddy. Basically I'm a counseling psychologist come online course developer, currently working in Mano Jagriti. Coming to my education background, actually I'm an engineering student, but because of my interest in psychology, I have switched my career to psychology and I did my masters in IGNOU. So because of my multiple backgrounds like engineering and psychology, I have diverse experience. Like I work in software field and I like to help people also. So I work in multiple NGOs and also I worked as a school counselor. I worked as a complete online counseling center for a few months. So Dr. Geeta Challa madam, actually my journey has started with my psychology journey started with Geeta Challa madam. So she has identified my interest in both technology and psychology. So she always encouraged me from the beginning whenever there is a work related to the combination of both. So since last year, I've been full-time working as an online course developer. So far I have digitalized the Sneha, Spurti and parenting course complete on Gravity platform, and also worked for MJ website installation and everything. So my major motivation is like Dr. Geeta Challa madam. Maybe for some different reasons I have come into psychology, but I had my setbacks after getting married because I was not able to prioritize my work and personal life. So whenever I had challenges emotionally or work-wise, Geeta Challa madam was always there for me and she's pushing me so far. And my emotional journey
with psychology is mostly whenever I help others, I'll get immense satisfaction. Especially, I worked few months as a tele-counselor in one night. So there, one person, I was able to stop the person from committing suicide in the last minute, and I'm able to guide the person in the right direction. So the person is well settled now and happy family, and whenever major events happening in their life, he's regularly updating me. So that helps me keep driving towards psychology journey further. Thank you.
Thank you. Last but not the least, Kanika Durga garu.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for waiting to listen to me. Thank you, Manu Jagati and Geeta Chandra garu for organizing such a wonderful event today. I'm glad to be here and share some of my experiences and my journey coming to being who I am today, and my journey as a counselor. I'm still a little reluctant to call myself a psychologist. I have recently completed MA in psychology from IGNOU University, and prior to that, let me just go to my educational qualifications. Prior to completing MA in psychology, I did a diploma in counseling from Australian Institute of Professional Counselors. It was an 18-month program which I did it in 4 years, but however, I successfully completed it. This was here where I learned most of my counseling therapies and the skills to do counseling. Prior to that, I also, my first degree was in law, which I never pursued as a career for various reasons, being married, having to look after children. However, that really helped me while I was getting into work when I was in New Zealand. So my career path has been very different. I never intended to be in this place. However, I'm really happy that I'm here today. So I started off my first full-time job as a soft skills trainer way back in 2000. After that, that's where I actually realized that I was quite confident and comfortable talking to a bunch of students. Later on, I moved to New Zealand where I lived for 10 years and I worked with Ministry of Social Development. This was here that I learned my basic skills about counseling. So my job involved talking to people who were in difficult situations. I was supposed to, my role involved providing support to them in all aspects. So it was a mix of a counseling, financial advisor and guidance counselor, all kinds of things put together. And I realized that that was one job that I really enjoyed doing. In that Ministry of Social Development, I did various other roles like a team leader and a quality advisor. However, by the end of my tenure with the Ministry of Social Development, I realized that one thing I really missed was the client contact or the interactions with the client. I enjoyed that the most. On returning to India, some things changed for me. I lost my husband at a very young age. I was left with 2 children to look after them, take care of their education and everything. So my career took a back seat at that point of time. However, I also wanted to continue my, I was put in a position where I had to do something for myself as well. Thankfully for my family, I had a very supportive family. My children are very strong and very capable. And it was at this point of time when my daughter chose to go back to Australia to study. So I went with her, and at that point of time I realized that I want to do something as a career. So I did some research and enrolled myself in Australian Institute of Professional Counseling, and I did my counseling from there. Around that time, I got a job with the Bharosa Support Center, which I led as a center administrator, and that was one of my life-changing experiences. I met with a lot of victims. I worked along with big people and also a lot of experts in psychology. Dr. Purnima, Dr. Geeta Chandra, Dr. Niranjan Reddy Garu was one of our trainers. So it was a very life-changing experience for me. Currently, I am working as Vice President for Sri Chaitanya Educational Institutions, leading their student wellness team. In this role, I am basically looking after the overall wellness of students, and my motivation to be here is the smiles I get when I do counseling, and also my motivation is that, okay, why psychology, I'm going to skip that because there's no time. Some of the challenges that I faced while I was studying was the distance, the movement education, my age, and a lot of other things, and the fear of failure, which I still have, and my path to my destiny, my life experiences, my nature, my personality, the job satisfaction I get when I'm doing counseling. And the last thing I want to say is about, sorry, I think that's not going, but one thing that has inspired me is the quote by Carl Jung, which says, learn all your theories, master all your techniques, but when you touch a human soul, just be a human soul. Thank you for your patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, one more.